Hello and welcome. My name is Vihar. Today me and my team will going to explain about iconic construction of culture landmarks like Louvre, Abu Dhabi. We will also discussing about project management aspect and various levels of project covering Gantt chart and risk factors affect during the project development and execution phase. Now let's begin with a glimpse of this museum. The Louvre Abu Dhabi stands as a beacon of culture and architecture brilliance nestled on the shores of Saadiyat Island in United Arab Emirates. But the journey to its creation is as fascinating as the museum itself. Beginning with a visionary collaboration between the UAE and France, it is said to exhibit 600 artifacts, out of which 300 would be from the Louvre in Paris. The museum run under a cultural exchange agreement between UAE and France, signed in 2007, to form a partnership aiming to bridge the gap between Eastern and Western art. The museum aims to embody an exchange of cultures and promote understanding and tolerance through art and artifacts from various civilizations and historical periods. The idea of museum was initiated in 2005, but the construction started in 2009. The Louvre Abu Dhabi opened its door to the public on November 11, 2017.
Of November, the doors of the Louvre Abu Dhabi will open to the world.
The museum's architectural design striking feature designed by the renowned Pritzker Prize-winning architect Jean Nouvel. The edifice draws inspiration from the traditional architectural concepts of the Medina or the walled city and the traditional Arabic dome. The dome is inspired by the palm trees of Abu Dhabi. It features a large iconic dome structure that appears to float above the museum, creating a unique play of light shadow inside the galleries. There are two different entry points with the help of the entrance. Visitors can get access. The museum first is from the boat by the sea. The interior seems dark, which gives the feeling that we are entering an aligned land, especially with the dome imitating the futuristic shape of disc. Second entry point from the land. The ramp leading into the museum provides shade to the visitors without cutting out the sunlight, which plays into the concept of lighting inside the museum itself. The Louvre Abu Dhabi is a stunning example of contemporary architecture. Its most distinctive feature is the massive dome, composed of nearly 8,000 unique metal stars, which filters sunlight to create a mesmerizing rain of light effect inside the museum. In exchange for the right to use the Louvre's name, Abu Dhabi authority agreed to pay $520 million and that it would also pay $747 million for art loans, special exhibitions, and French management advice. That comes to almost $1.27 billion. It has states that in 2007, the government of Abu Dhabi signed an agreement to pay the Louvre Museum in Paris $525 million to use the Louvre name for its new museum, time approx 30 years, an additional $750 million for loans of artworks and managerial advice. Makes reference to the project's $2.6 billion price tag without going to detail. The museum is covering around 24,000 square meter of the area with 8,000 square meter of galleries, where 6,000 square meter is permanent galleries and 2,000 square meter is temporary galleries. The main target of this museum is to take the visitor through a journey of 12 chapters from different civilizations and eras until they reach the present time. Okay, so now my team Philo will explain the initial phase of the project.
Thank you, Vihar. I am Kamal Patel. Today I will be talking about the initial phase of the museum. The Louvre Abu Dhabi was a monumental undertaking that brought together a diverse array of stakeholders, each playing a crucial role in shaping this ambitious culture endeavor. Now I am explaining the stakeholder mapping chart. All stakeholders are separated in 4 quadrants. Now, first, Abu Dhabi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan from the UAE official and culture institution and museum department, which are following high influence stakeholders. Second quadrant have the monitoring agency France Museum, Musée du Louvre. These are low in influence and interest. Now, important authorities from the France and Abu Dhabi government manage and arrange precisely to architectural and construction team due to high in influence and interest stakeholders. As you see in the chart, labor organization and human rights groups are high in the interest and low into the influence due to external agencies. At the forefront was the UAE government through the Department of Culture and Tourism, Abu Dhabi, which served as the driving force behind the project and provided the primary funding. This initiative was a testament to the UAE's commitment to establishing a global cultural presence and fostering cross-cultural exchange. On the other hand, the French government partnered with the UAE through an intergovernmental agreement signed in 2007. France's contribution extended beyond mere collaboration as it provided invaluable expertise, launch of artworks, and management advice through the agency France Museum. This agency, comprising 70 renowned French cultural institutions, including the Louvre, Centre Pompidou, and Musée d'Orsay, played a pivotal role in coordinating the launch of artworks and offering management expertise to the Louvre Abu Dhabi. The Musée du Louvre in Paris held a central position in this endeavor, lending its iconic name, brand, and priceless artworks to the Abu Dhabi Museum through a 13-year licensing agreement. This partnership not only lent credibility to the project but also ensured the seamless integration of the cultural heritage into the new museum. Bringing the architectural vision to life was a feat of engineering and design excellence. Jean Nouvel, from the award-winning architect, crafted the iconic building while construction companies like Wagner Bureau, Dome Fabricator, and engineering firms like Bureau Happold were instrumental in realizing this ambitious design. Their collective efforts transformed the bold concept into a breathtaking reality. Beyond the core stakeholders, various international museums and cultural institutions contributed artworks and expertise to the Louvre Abu Dhabi's permanent collection and exhibition. This collaborative approach ensured a diverse and comprehensive representation of global art and culture within the museum's walls. Ultimately, the local Abu Dhabi community and international visitors are the key stakeholders who will experience and engage with the museum's offerings. Their participation and appreciation will be the true measure of the Louvre Abu Dhabi's success in fostering cultural understanding and enriching the region's artistic landscape. Site selection and preparation. The museum was built on Saidiyat Island, a large previously undeveloped natural island just 500 meters off the coast of Abu Dhabi. This virgin site allowed for the creation of a cultural district from scratch without constraint of existing urban infrastructure. Extensive land reclamation and coastal protection works were undertaken to increase the island size and prepare the site. This included creating a 4.5 km semicircular protective breakwater along the island's exposed north side to shelter the museum from harsh Gulf conditions. The museum itself was constructed on a raised platform extending into the protected waters, providing a striking visuals of the building appearing to float on the sea. This required dredging works and the construction of a large concrete basement structure to support the museum's weight. Now, Janice will explain the further phase of the project.
Now the tricky and time required to build this project is explained with Gantt chart. The project involved several major phases over 10 years from 2007 to 2017. It began with the project initiation and the site selection in the first few months of 2007. This is followed by architectural design, which take a significant amount of time, June 2007 to September 2008. After the design phase, the project moved into the pre-construction phase, which include obtain necessary government approval and permit. This phase is expected to take around 3 months from October to December 2008. The construction phase is divided into the several sub-phases. Initial construction work include ground preparation and foundation work is scheduled from January 2009 to December 2010. The building construction is the longest phase, spanning 3 years from January 2011 to December 2013. Interior design and fit-out work are planned for an entire year of 2014. After the construction and interior work, the focus shifts to prepare the exhibition itself. This phase, which includes setting up a display and the exhibits, is scheduled from January 2015 to June 2016. Following this, there is a testing and commissioning phase from July to December 2016. Finally, the project ends with the final touches and opening phase, which lasts for the year from January to November 2017. The grand opening is scheduled for a single day on 11 November 2017, marking to complete this massive undertaking. Overall, with each phase carefully timed and sequenced to ensure a successful completion of what appeared to be significant culture of the education facility. During the construction of the Louvre Museum Abu Dhabi, several software tools were used to assist in various aspects of the design and engineering process. Computational field dynamic software was used to simulate airflow pattern around the dome structure. Parametric modeling and structural analysis tools were employed to optimize the structural design of the dome. Climate Studio, Curve Tool, and Ladybug were used for energy analysis simulation to create a structure that are energy efficient. Building information modeling software from Autodesk Architecture, Engineering, and Construction collection was used by Burohand Engineering for intensive design and coordination. Include software was mentioned in the relation to creating an infrastructure between construction and production. The specific application during the construction was not detailed in various software tools. Technology and methodology was used by intensive study and testing, particularly in relation of the dome design. The orchestration of the rain light effect, parametric modeling software, and the lumens map were utilized to determine the optical light coordination condition required for each area of the museum. This software tool play a crucial role in a successful realization of the architectural vision and the complex engineering challenging of the Louvre Museum Abu Dhabi.
Execution and planning. The careful selection and use of materials such as steel, concrete, and advanced monitoring systems played a crucial role in realizing this architectural masterpiece. Piles. A total of 4,536 piles of steel and reinforced concrete were driven into this ground, providing a robust foundation for the museum's structure. The use of steel and reinforced concrete piles ensured a strong and durable base capable of supporting the weight of the massive dome and the entire museum complex. Now the construction phase. Concrete. Concrete was extremely used in this phase, particularly the waterproofing construction of the two basement levels and the 4 concrete pillars designed to support the 7,000-ton dome. By March 2014, an impressive 12,538 cubic meters of concrete had been used in the construction. Now the steel. Steel played a vital role in the construction of the museum's iconic dome. The dome was separated into 85 parts for assembly, with each part consisting of a complex lattice work of steel members. The strength and durability of steel made it an ideal choice for the intricate dome structure. Cladding materials. The museum's exterior cladding and interior finishes likely involved the use of various materials such as stone, glass, and material panels to achieve the desired aesthetic and functional requirements. Execution phase. During the execution phase, the focus shifts to the intricate assembly of the dome's lattice work structure and the integration of the museum with the surrounding sea. Steel. The final supersized element of the canopy consisting of the complex steel structure was fitted into place on September 22, 2014, making the sufficient milestone in the museum's construction. Hydraulic cutoff wall. The integrate the museum with the surrounding sea. A hydraulic cutoff wall was employed during construction. This allowed for the removal of water, enabling execution, piling, and subsequent building to process in dry condition. Monitoring phase. Dome construction. The iconic dome roof, a marvel of engineering, presented a significant challenge. Constructed from nearly 8,000 interlocking metal octagons arranged in 8 layers, it requires meticulous fabrication and assembly. Specialized firms like Wagner Bureau use advanced techniques to ensure the intricate lattice structure made precise significance. Due to the harsh weather condition, the dome protects the interior from the heat of Abu Dhabi by 8 outer layers, providing shading and reduce the temperature by 5 degrees. Both of these elements create a microclimate inside the museum which is cool and relaxing in contrast of the heat. The water bodies in and around the museum helps in creating cooling effects. The exhibition blocks are placed in such a way that do not block the wind coming from the northwest direction. This wind over the water body helps in keeping the museum cool and providing ventilation so visitors can be relaxed and spend a lot of time inside. Throughout the construction process, existing monitoring was undertaken to ensure the project's successful completion and document the progress. Webcam system. EarthCam, a webcam provider, played crucial role in documenting the 8-year construction journey. 10 megapixel time-lapse cameras were strategically placed at 50 different angles across the site, capturing over 70,000 hours of achieved footage. Camera system. The camera system were designed to withstand the environmental challenges posed by the coastal landscape of Abu Dhabi, ensuring continuous monitoring and documentation of construction process. Fire detection and supervision system within the galleries require special measures to avoid damaging the artwork, indicating monitoring for fire hazards. The museum wearing walls made of precast ultra-high performance concrete units protects against maritime traffic, weather and threats from the sea. Its condition was probably monitored. The successful completion of the Louvre Abu Dhabi was a testament to the meticulous planning, execution and monitoring effects undertaken throughout the construction phase. Fellow team member Pinjal will explain about risks and challenges that occur during the project.
Thank you, Nidhi. Right now we are discussing about the several challenges and risks that occur during the construction of the project. Environmental and sustainability consideration. Given the extreme desert climate of Abu Dhabi, meticulous planning was required to address environmental challenges and ensure the preservation of the artwork. Stringent criteria were set for the temperature, humidity, and air quality control within the museum's galleries. Innovative engineering solutions such as dedicated air handling units and computational fluid dynamics modeling were employed to maintain optimal conditions. Biodiversity and preservation. The construction phase may pose risk to the local biodiversity on and around Saadiyat Island. Measures must be in place to protect indigenous flora and fauna during excavation and building activities. The landscaping around the museum and the choice of plant species should prioritize native vegetation to support the local ecosystem. Additionally, ongoing efforts to monitor and manage any potential disturbance to wildlife habitats caused by the museum's presence are crucial for maintaining the ecological balance of the region. There are several delays in technical challenges. One of the major hurdle was the construction delays and technical challenges in building the estimated $650 million flagship museum on Saadiyat Island. The intricate lacework dome made of stainless steel and aluminum with its star-shaped patterns took a long time to align and construct. The project faced around 5 years of construction delays. The economic downturn and collapsing oil prices during the development phase posed significant financial challenges for the project. As a result, the museum's history intertwined with economic factors impacting to the region. Regional political tensions in the Middle East added complexity to the project execution. Navigating these geopolitical dynamics was likely to hurdle for the collaborative efforts between France and the United Arab Emirates. There were heated intellectual debates in France about the risk of lending national treasures to the Middle East in exchange for petrodollars. These debates reflect concerns within France about the cultural implications of the project. Despite these challenges, the Louvre Abu Dhabi managed to bridge the cultural divide between East and West, untying France's national museums to collaborate on this ambitious project orchestrated by the two governments. Overcoming cultural difference and fostering cooperation was significant hurdle. There was also one significant challenge was labor's issue. The group of laborers raised a concern about the worker rights and labor practices during the construction phase, impacting the project perfection and
Okay, so for now, let's move to the conclusion part. Pinjal, what do you think about this project Louvre Abu Dhabi? Is it a successful project?
So, if we are discussing about the succession of the project, the Louvre Abu Dhabi was an unprecedented project that succeeds through an intergovernmental partnership between France and UAE. The unique collaboration brought together the UAE's vision for culture development and France's expertise in museum management and curation. Also, I want to add that the museum received the award of Green Middle East Award for Environmental Excellence in 2013 for its sustainable design structure, recognizing the integration of environmental sustainability into the large-scale project. 5 million guests till now visited the museum, and in that 1.2 million visitors were reportedly visited this museum in 2023 only. The Louvre is the most visited museum in the world.
Okay, I think this one is enough for the award recognition.